What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Smackdown review. I believe, Pennsylvania from the Mohegan Sun Arena. Was it? I think it was Wells Bassey. I think it was. I believe. Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and a lot of things happened on this show tonight. Do I think this was a better show than Raw? Yeah. Honestly, Raw, I was just so exhausted yesterday. I probably don't remember what I was even talking about because the show either bored me to death or I just didn't give a shit at a point in time. But moving on from that, in regard to SmackDown, was going to be the rematch for the United States Championship with Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura and Jeff Hardy. I will say this though. I know we did the whole nut shot thing on Sunday, Extreme Rules, because allegedly Jeff Hardy is hurt, or I don't really know what he's hurt with. I don't know his injury, or whatever injury he has. Some say it's back problem, some say it's nerve damage. I don't really know. So, if we didn't do the match Sunday, and Orton coming out and stuff, why are we doing the match now, like the full-length match, instead of doing it at the pay-per-view? But, kind of moving on from that, Jeff Hardy came out as people chanted Hardy, and maybe it's a few Brother Nero chants, because he said he doesn't feel like Jeff Hardy. He makes his entrance like Jeff Hardy, looks like Jeff Hardy, moves like Hardy, but he doesn't feel like that. He is now broken, which got some small Brother Nero chants, and he is not the U.S. champion anymore because what Shinsuke Nakamura did to him, in that he lacks ethics, and he's an embodiment of turpitude. In other words, he's a huge jackass. Hee-haw. That's kind of funny. He never really mentioned Orton or anything, but he pretty much says, he shouldn't have given me, me a low blow, and now he was going to get his hands on him. Now he is now clearly thinking, because Sunday he wasn't clearly thinking, but tonight now he is mega clear pretty much. So, damn, he pretty much think mega clear now. But he pretty much said that he's going to pretty much beat Shinsuke Nakamura tonight. He was going to make sure that he fades away and classify himself as obsolete. Obsolete! You heard a little bit of an obsolete thing out there. And he just pretty much said, enjoy the show, everybody. It's kind of funny, but they pretty much went back to Nakamura in the back then, saying that Jeff Hardy is a sad clown, and he wears face paint to hide his tears, and that he is a sad man, and that Shinsuke, he was kind of crying a little and everything, and me winning the U.S. title is a reason to smile. He told Renee to smile, and he was smiling and everything, and that he's going to make the sad clown cry again tonight. God bless America. Pretty much he went on to say. That was kind of funny, so I will admit that. A match I'll surprisingly see tonight, and I'm glad that, they are doing this now, but Andrade Cien Almas versus AJ Styles. This is really good as expected, and if you put this in a pay-per-view match, they probably would tear the house down and maybe match the year if necessary. But it was really good with Almas and AJ, tranquilo. But AJ pretty much won with the calf killer. I was actually surprised to see Almas tap out immediately. Honestly, I was surprised to see Almas lose this early in his main roster run. He's only had like 2 matches, and I blame them for taking him off TV for a very long time, all the way up to now. But this was a really good match. I would like to see this again. Maybe Almas is the next person for the WWE Championship. I doubt it right now, but if that ever does happen, I'm sure it will be, and these two will probably tear the house down. But I was surprised to see him lose this early on right now. I didn't understand that. I thought they would probably protect them and Vega get involved and maybe a DQ or something like that, but I was just surprised to see him lose this, early on right now. But because he hasn't really had many matches on the main roster. But like I said, this was still a really good match, these two. Becky Lynch when against Mandy Rose, still has that porn music coming out there. The match was alright, I will say that. Mostly Becky's promo, pretty much talking about how she's been working really hard now, and that she deserves the championship match, and that people chant Becky, that this crowd, this crowd wants to see it, and Carmella has talked about beating Charlotte and Asuka twice, but said you haven't defeated me, pretty much. So she wants a title shot. She wants to be the Smackdown women's champion again. One thing I gotta say, I saw she beaten Mandy Rose 2 times now at this point, and as for they went to Paige in the back, and Carmella comes up talking about she beat Charlotte and Asuka twice, and that it's gonna be a celebration again. And by the way, where the hell was Asuka tonight? It's like Asuka officially dead. That you buried the hell out of her at this point, but wow, I didn't think it'd be like, where does Asuka go on from here? Because they've really buried her. You might as well grab the shovel. It's crazy how they done somebody from NXT like this. This woman, like I said before, the Extreme Rules review, the woman was unstoppable in NXT. And I don't think Asuka's really recovered since after WrestleMania losing to Charlotte. And with Carmella, it's made it 3 times as worse. And I don't think she's even getting a title shot anymore. We're just moving to Becky, but hopefully we get the belt off of her something at this point in time, because they just need to get the belt off of Carmella. Okay, they really do. Honestly, they need to get the belts off of both Carmella and, Alexa Bliss. So they both need to lose the title, because they both suck and are very similar, but people have always said that WWE just, they just love blonde, just hot blonde women, and pretty much any heel blonde woman, and that's all it was. They're all blonde heels, and they're just very similar, and they both really suck. So I don't know what WWE's fans today, but it's always been for years though. If you're hot, blonde, they push you as a big heel and a champion most of the time. Like, I've always heard that theory in the past before, but, like I said, they just need to get the belt off Carmella, and, there was no Ellsworth around tonight, and like I said, I don't even know, where does Asuka go from this point? She's not getting a title shot. It was like 2-3 times now, and she didn't really get much of a comeuppance on Carmella, so where does she go from here? I really want to know. Ty Dillinger was in the back getting ready, which, R-Truth, I haven't seen him in ages now. He was on the phone, and Ty pretty much was pissed. He said he was going after Samoa Joe tonight, and he said, I told you to smile, Mo, not go after Samoa Joe. I didn't even know this match was supposed to be last week, because I never really saw the video footage why, and they had pretty much Joe attacking him. Listen, Joe pretty much killed Dillinger right here, and throw him into the ring points and times, and, just Kikina clutch for the win. I do believe Samoa Joe is supposed to be facing AJ Styles next for the WWE Championship, because it did announce next week who his opponent will be at SummerSlam, so I think it is probably going to be Joe. They had this funeral thing going on for Team Hell No. I guess Kane really did break his ankle or something. I don't know what happened with Kane. I don't know how true that is, or that's just storyline what WWE put up, or why, they didn't win the tag team titles against, the Bludgeon Brothers. I actually thought Team Hell No was going to win. So, I don't know where this is going into. So, I'm not sure that whole broken ankle thing is true all the way now, or this whole team is over. It's Miz pretty much, we had the crowd in the palm of his hand, shaking people's hands and everything, and all these Paul Bearers coming out with this Kane mask and stuff, and he thanked everyone for being here. As, the crowd was actually kind of cheering for us, talking about chanting MVP to him after, the whole celebrity softball game, and people, they were excited about this show on USA next week. And tonight we are here to say goodbye to Team Hell No, who were a great tag team 5 years ago, which I don't know how they're the greatest tag team of all time, and how they were beating the Extreme Rules, and that Daniel Bryan is an idiot for reuniting with a guy who tombstoned him 3 times on the steel steps and chased his wife. And, we wanted a moment of silence, but the crowd pretty much didn't want it, and they booed and did yes chants. They said, the yes chants are better than, as Miz pretty much said, that's good, and I told you so, and that Kane is a broken down demon, and Next thing you know, Miz talks about Daniel Bryan then, talk about the, yeah, he came back from his injury, but, you've had the worst return ever, and this is your last-ditch effort to remain relevant, and, this is just like the greatest hits again, and this is the greatest hits album anymore, and, Daniel Bryan's return has just been a bust ever since he's came back. He's pretty much damaged his legacy, and, no one does have to curse say except for the Miz, and that his career is dead like Team Hell No. Daniel Bryan's music hit, but pretty much he attacked Miz from behind, and then the Paul Bears got involved. He was wearing a Team Hell No shirt. He pretty much suplexed the guy and hit him with the running knee. So I guess this feud is now official now with these two, since I guess Kane. Listen, I don't know if Kane is just out just to go so he can finish running for mayor, which everybody says he's going to win now. So I don't know where that's going, if his ankle is really broken, so I don't know. So I'm sure we're just going to move on to Miz versus Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam now at this point. New Day came out as, it's going to be Kofi Kingston versus Eric Young. Pretty good match. Yeah, pretty good match since the whole table match from Sunday. Eric Young got the win with the wheelbarrow neck breaker after Killian Dane threw Woods into Kofi then. So pretty good match. Sandy actually gets some wins this time. So at least they haven't killed these guys all the way yet. Jeff Hardy winning Shinsuke Nakamura for the U.S. Championship. Not a bad match. Really good. Really good match. Jeff looked like he's about to win after the Swanton Bomb. But the big thing to talk from here was Randy Orton coming out attacking him and throw him into the steel steps and across the table, and he wants to know why. Pretty much like why, and pretty much he starts pulling his ear, like I don't know, like that stuff in his ear, like Jeff used, like the ear or whatever it is in it. But he just starts pulling it and gashing it around, and pretty much hits a DDT off the table. So I guess it's pretty much official. Randy Orton is heel. Nakamura just looked to the sides, no one didn't want to do. I don't know, it's probably going to end up in a triple threat for the U.S. title, like I said before, but heel Randy Orton is better than face Randy Orton. Face Randy Orton is just boring as hell, and I don't care at the time, and damn, it makes me fall asleep. Randy Orton, I feel like about Randy Orton just in general have time, him being boring sometimes, but heel Randy is great, and it actually gives something fresh, and people like heel Orton more. It's just face Orton's just not that good. That's just an RKO. He's doing something that interesting, but Orton turning heel, heel Randy Orton is way better. So it's pretty much official that he is a heel Orton, and I guess this will end up into a triple threat match for which I feel like will be a triple threat match at SummerSlam for the U.S. title with these three. As Nakamura looked on the side, but SmackDown wasn't a bad show tonight. I thought it was probably pretty good. So it wasn't really going as bad if you ask me. We got a really good U.S. title match, even though it ended in DQ with Orton pretty much beating the shit out of Jeff Hardy. I really did enjoy Almas versus AJ Styles. Samoa Joe, even though I haven't seen him lately, he pretty much kicks the shit out of Ty Dillinger. I think he's going to get a title shot next. Becky, I guess, is going to be the next challenger for the Women's Championship. I even thought Hardy's promo was pretty good at the beginning. The funeral thing with Miz, it pretty much builds up to Daniel Bryan, so it's just build up by build up, which I feel like will lead into SummerSlam, since I don't think this Team Hell No thing is going anymore unless Kane pops up next week. Eric Young versus Kofi was okay also, so it wasn't really a bad show. Quite enjoyable. Kind of went by for 2 hours, I will say that. So, really, pretty good. Not a bad show. Not a really bad show at all. I was actually okay with it. So, it's not really enough to go off of from here, but it pretty much builds. This is the official build to SummerSlam, and we're going into it now. So we pretty much set up some matches, and we'll see what happens in the next coming weeks until SummerSlam comes up. But I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out. Comment and subscribe, and please check out my Extreme Rules review video. I'm out of here. Peace out.